Alrighty, Chad. We got another trade recap. Today's the 16th of June, Tuesday. Yesterday we actually didn't have a trade. There was no trade to be taken. No news Monday. I did do my week recap from last week yesterday, so I don't know why I was just I just thought there was a trade yesterday, but first trade of the week so far, week 3 I believe, on June. So let's get right into it. Today was a pretty stressful day, I would say. Really perfect idea, perfect DOL, everything aligned perfectly. Literally, just the PA was just not on my side today. Really dog shit PA. Then, started smoothing out a little bit after the macro, which I don't know why we started chopping up during the macro of all times, but price is price. So, anyways, we're going to jump right into the recap. Starting off up at open. So the number one thing that I can see off the get-go is this SMT on the daily. We have previous day high up here, today's high, and then on ES, clearly we have not taken that out. Another thing I can see, okay, it's not gonna let me fucking do that. Another major thing that I see here is just the tons and tons of stacked low resistance. We have multiple set of equal lows. We have London low, Asia low, and just one of the strongest low resistance I've seen built up in a while, especially on the 15-minute time frame. This looks really, really, really good, and it's extremely bearish. Now in NQ, what we have is we already kind of have established. Let me hide these drawings really quick. We already have established bearish structure here. So, okay, my mouse has been tripping, bro. I don't know if this mouse is starting to give up on me or not, but it's like cutting out sometimes, but hopefully it doesn't give us issues in this week recap or trade recap. But yeah, so once we sweep London high, we have that SMT and everything. We just have some really big displacement candles to the downside here, inversing this gap. And we have a very obvious 15-minute untapped gap up here, which is also a 30-minute. If I go to there, you'll see that. So it's pretty clear to me that we're going to come, take out all this low resistance right there that we have. We have Asia low, equal lows, London low, relatively equal lows, just this bunch of stacked low resistance, just like ES. ES looks a bit more, more obvious, but still pretty clear to me here on NQ. So very obvious bias, looking for. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is we have equal lows right here. Not exact equal lows, but damn near exact equal lows. So I'm just going to label it as that. But yeah, really what I was just looking forward to today was a pullback hitting EQ of this range that we put in, and a tap into some key levels such as the 50-minute, that 30-minute. We also had a 5-minute BPR that we ended up hitting right there. So that's really what I was looking for, and then I wanted to see price. I wanted to use this Asia low / equal lows as my main DOL for the day. All right, that's really what I was trying to target. Now, unfortunately, price just decided to fucking dump straight to it, right? Bam. So we hit Asia low. We give a pretty solid reaction to the upside. We have a CISD, great rejection, great reaction. We have lots of low resistance up here. We have a 1-minute IFVG right there, a 2-minute, as well as a 3-minute. And I took this 3-minute on eval, not aware that we did have a 5-minute BPR, which I should have been 100% aware of. But it was on eval. It was some eval that I got rebuilt on. I didn't even know, so I really didn't give a fuck about that. But yeah, and this does look like a pretty. It's a pretty good entry if you ask me on the 3-minute. So here's that entry on the 3-minute. If I pull that back here, entry on the 1-minute, 2-minute, and 3-minute. Really, really good entry. The only reason I would not take this is, for one, yes, we are delivering off of the sweep of these equal lows here. We have low resistance. We have the untapped gaps. But overall, in the higher time frame, we didn't really tap into anything key level here. There's no imbalance here. There's no hourly. There's no 4-hour. Right? There's no 15-minute that we hit. I mean, we did respect this tiny ass 15-minute. Bounce off that order block right there. But like I said, overall, the bias is just bearish. If we look on ES, there's no signs of us, continuing to run higher. I'm really looking forward to a reversal here, taking out all this low resistance. So this was a dangerous play, not a bad play, I would say. But like I said, considering the bias is bearish and you're trying to catch essentially the manipulation move, because we're anticipating this, right? This pullback into here and then shorts from there, because NQ, even though we did take the main DOL out, we still have Our next 4-hour is down here, as well as the untapped hourly. So that's our I guess next DOL that we can aim for. And the way we can know that's still valid is because ES, like I said, we had tons of low resistance stacked up here, so it's pretty obvious while ES takes this out, and Q is going to be headed towards that those unfilled gaps. So that's what I'm looking for. So waiting for the 5-minute would have definitely been the move here, but the 3-minute, or we never got the 5-minute. The 3-minute appeared, and then we got, the huge dump. So yeah, that account is fucking gone. I actually left a little bit early, and then I just full ported that bitch because I did not feel like worrying about that account, right? But that account's gone. It ceases to exist. All right, it's fucking obliterated, but we don't really care. We don't give a fuck. I just wanted to go through this play here and why I thought that one would this the goods and bads about this 3-minute. So that's pretty much what I wanted to do, but didn't look bad. Again, just not really aligned with the bias. So just patiently waiting. We end up generating that low resistance. Okay. Generate equal lows here on the 1-minute. Price is starting to chop up. We're not really giving much. We have this tiny ass 1-minute right there. Start slowing down even more. All right, now here is where we get we get the first entry model, right? If we go back to the 5-minute time frame, you can see the BPR that we tapped into, this entire this massive ass higher time frame order block. We hit that equilibrium of the range. We have an SMC here and here. If I go back to ES, you can see that SMC there, and then with the daily high. So that's that. Now we don't have any 5 minutes to go break even at. There's really not any A plus break even points here, if you ask me. And this 1-minute that we got presented, let's see if anything on, nothing on 30-second. This looks like straight chop work, bro. What the fuck? But we did present this 1-minute, which would have been a really nice high RR trade. If you're taking this on eval, I could definitely see that being the play, or this trade being the play you end up taking. Pretty high RR, but for me, just didn't cut it. This does I thought, like, if I step away, take 2-3 steps back from my my screen, I'm not gonna be able to see this at whatsoever. So wanted something more obvious. We don't have any change in state. We don't have a break of structure. We did get a change in state here, but we didn't fucking inverse anything, so it just doesn't mean shit to me. Thought we were gonna get this here. Once we rejected out of that and got this up close candle, wasn't really expecting much. I thought we would just continue to trend up higher, but then now here we got the inverse with insane amounts of displacement. We generated an order block. We have a break of structure. We have the CISD, everything aligned. We have the fair value gaps getting hit, equilibrium getting hit. We're in premium. We have the SMTs. We have the DOL. We have equal lows right here. And the main DOL was down here, but I was really just looking for around a 1.5R, so just targeted right there. I was kind of busy, so I didn't have much, it was much more stressful, so I was looking for something more simple. And I didn't like the initial entry just because it was so fucking low, so I just waited for a slight pullback. Once we came back up here, got some rejection out of there, that's when I entered. Bam. Stop loss, did not want that shit to be massive all the way up here, so I made it pretty reasonable. We have it above the IFEG, above this little breaker that we have on the 1-minute, and basically the entirety of this 1-minute candle, including the wick for that order block we generated. Wanted to be as safe as possible while securing that over 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So that's my reasoning for my stop loss. And then targets, honestly, this is an A plus target. If I was looking to take this trade, I 100% should have targeted the order block here, the 50% mark of that, or just the next DOL, which was this 4-hour / untapped hourly. Yeah, I was really just looking forward to targeting, I guess, the 50% mark of this order block there. And once we started displacing lower, actually I'll get into that later, but I'm gonna play this out because this recap's kind of been too long, longer than I expected. Thought we were gonna get a push down here. Once we broke this low, I would have looked to go on break even there, but we rejected out of it. Stayed in the trade. We ended up opening a 5-minute here. All right, so there's that 5-minute we open up. Start chopping up, and I was looking at size up higher in this trade once we gave a 5-minute continuation model, but unfortunately we just fucking do some dumb shit here. And let me bring this back to right there, and we actually inverse the 5-minute to the upside, so there's no continuation model to be taken. Price is just starting to chop up. One thing I was pretty worried about is us generating low resistance here. Really did not want to see that, so I was really hoping for this gap to get inverse. Thought we were going to get cooked here. Started closing up, and then we flipped bearish here, inverse this gap, and here I was like, alright, there's no reason this shit should fail. Was looking to go break even pretty early just because I didn't like this price action. So I was kind of indecisive on that. We kept bouncing up, just chopping up here for these next, 2 candles, and then bam, we got huge displacement. Here is when I went break even. Once we came past down this low with man, that volatility was crazy. This shit should have kicked in way before. I don't know why we did all this bullshit. In the macro too, bro. Like what? Yeah, once we came down, wasn't really worried about here. We did retrace to this gap up here, and I was still pretty confident, so I didn't trail stops or anything. And then right at the last minute, I was trailing my stop down, right? And I fucking, right before I could click confirm, that shit just smacked TP and just took me out. So I made a little bit less than I wanted to today, but it's my fault. I was kind of settling for less just because I was busy with something. My mind wasn't fully set on trading, and then plus just seeing the price action, I just wanted to be more safe than sorry. So yeah, overall, I fucked up my word bad there, but overall everything played out pretty well. Price action wasn't too good, but man, the trade idea was so perfect and so obvious. Everything just aligned so perfectly. But I wouldn't consider this to be an A+ setup just because of the structure. But yeah, that's about it. See anything else that happened? So just a brief overview. We do get longs here. It's not A+. Really not a setup. We never inversed the 5-minute BPR, and when we did, we didn't really get a valid entry. Came up. Went to premium of this range, hit all the fair value gaps that we needed. SMT, got displacement lower with a CISD plus an IFEG confirmation. Stop above the order block, also above that 5-minute luckily, and then yeah, just started chopping up, displaced lower, and yeah, I'm just honestly the only takeaway here is I'm just really pissed off I didn't fucking target lower. I should whatever I had going on in my mind, bro. I should have just still set TP there. And maybe set a partial there, but yeah, I was really not trading focused today, so that's pretty much my biggest issue, I would say. But yeah, this shit was taking its toll on me. I was on a meeting. Oh my gosh, that shit was fucking ridiculous. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this trade recap. Really nothing much today. This isn't any A+ setup, I would say. It's a really good discretional play, but yeah, there's things that definitely could have been better to make this A+. But anyways, that's gonna be it. And yeah, hopefully we catch some bangers tomorrow as well. And yeah, peace.